Sound is an important part of filmmaking. Sound engages audiences. It helps deliver information. It increases the production value. It evokes emotional responses. It emphasizes what's on the screen and is used to indicate mood. Sound adds emotion and connects people to what they're seeing. We will be learning how to set up and use the MixPre 3. When planning to check out a sound kit from the Cage or Vault, make sure you add these items. So what comes in the bag? These are the items that come in your sound kit. Audio recorder or mixer, MX L mount, Countryman B3 lav mic, dual Sony L series charger, Sony L series charger AC adapter, Sony MDR 7506 headphones, 3.5mm male to quarter jack, Aero mixer bag, Ricody shock mount, Shure VP82, MX USB-Y, USB-C to USB-A-Y cable, 25-inch XLR, 3-inch XLR, SD card. So, we have our bag, our Orca bag here. First thing we're going to want to look at is our mixer, in this case, the MixPre 3. We're going to make sure that this has an SD card, which luckily DePaul gives you. We're going to want to make sure we have that or else we can't record anything. We have a sled. So we connect our sled. Just clicks in like that, very easy. We have our battery. So as you can see, 2 holes here, 2 jacks there in the sled. You just go ahead and slide your battery in there just like that. It clicks in. It's not going anywhere. Good. So now we're going to try to turn on the MixPre 3. Just make sure we have power. Right here is the switch. Go ahead and turn that on. As you can see, the sound device is light. It's orange, turns on. We get some green here for our faders, and we have power. That's great. Let's put this in our bag. So what we're going to want to do is get our bag set up next. So we have power, we have our mixer ready. We're going to pull out our Orca bag here. Alright, and as you can see, there's a nice little pocket here. We're going to try and fit our MixPre 3 in here, but this battery sled is going to make that a little difficult, but it's okay. We'll make it work. So next, what we're going to want to do, now that we have our mixer in our bag, we're going to want to hook up our mics. Now the basic sound kit at DePaul, we have 2 options here, 2 mics. I recommend using both of them, if possible. We have our shotgun mic right here. This is going to go on our boom pole. We have a softy as well. What we're going to want to do next is put this on our boom pole. So that starts with this little device here, which is called a shock mount. What we're going to do here is we're just going to slide our shotgun mic into here, to our shock mount like so. And just slide it in there. Real easy like. And as you can see, it absorbs any movement, so you're not going to get any noise. So let's go on to our boom pole and let's show you guys how to put this on. You'll get a boom pole in this nice boom tube case, as you can see here. And what you do is, you're going to open your case, like so. And then your boom pole is going to be in here. You're just going to pull it on out, like so. Be delicate with the end here. And as you can see, there's a female XLR at the end of the boom pole. So this is going to go into the back of your mic. Now the shock mount is going to just fit on this, and you can just screw it on like so. Alrighty, just kind of tighten that as tight as it can go. And this is actually going to stretch out because there's coiled cable in here. So this stretches out and will just plug into the back of your shotgun mic, like so. Be careful not to yank on it though. You want to have a little bit of slack. And there, our boom pole, our mic is now on our boom pole and ready to be used. Alright, but there's one more thing we got to do. We got to connect this boom pole to our mixer. So that's what the bottom of this boom pole is for, which I believe is a male XLR. So that's what we're going to use our XLR cable for that comes in your kit. You're going to get an XLR cable, much like this, nicely coiled. And we're going to find our female end, which is right here. So when you uncoil this, this is actually going to go right into the bottom of your boom pole, like so. You hear the little click, means you did something right. Your male end, and that is actually going to go, so that's what makes the sound bag a sound bag, is the sides can actually open like so, so that you can actually have access to the side of your mixer. Alright, so I'm just going to slide this over here so I can actually get to my XLR inputs here. Our male XLR into whatever input you want. I usually will go with the first one. Channel 1, which is right here on the Mix Pre 3, is going to be our boom pole. So, we obviously have signal. As you can see, the signal is actually quite loud because this fader is turned up so loud. So the boom mic is here. Test, 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 test. As you can see, there's definitely signal. So when you have only one input in use, which is why this one is green and the others aren't, you still want to turn the other faders down, or else you're going to get electrical signal, which is going to sound like hiss. So depending on how many inputs you use, only have the ones in use turned up. Let's say you go to record, right? This is your record button, so we record. Let's say it's working for us right now, but let's say the card isn't formatted right. It's for video or picture or whatever, and it won't let you record. You're going to be having a bad time on set. You're going to be freaking out. But luckily, you can click. You see these three little lines here at the very top right of your screen. Touch the three lines, and up here you see menu. Okay? So we're going to click menu once, and you're going to see SD card. So you just click SD card, because it's a touch screen. Click the edit at the top, and you can either empty all the stuff on the card, but you're going to want to format it completely. That takes about 5 to 10 minutes, but once it's done, you'll be ready to press record. And once this turns red, that means you're recording a take. You press stop here, all right, and you stopped. Your take is done, press record. You're on a new take now. Press stop. There you go. You just record your take. Your card is formatted right. Wonderful. So let's say that, so this is a very versatile mixer. You might not have to worry about this, but you might also have to worry about this. I'm not sure. So right now we have L-mount batteries. That's the one that comes with your kit. Sometimes you might not have L-mount batteries, and you might have to use AA batteries or some other form of power, because I've had lithium batteries in my kit before from DePaul. If you need to change that, the battery type, you need to be sure to click power. So right now we have L-mount, right? That's good. You just want to make sure that this power type, this battery type, always correlates to the batteries you're using. So since we're using an L-mount, it's on L-mount. But if you're using AA's, you're going to want to change it to alkaline, which is the worst you can use. If you're using rechargeable AA's, make sure you're on, I forget what this actually stands for, but NIMH. But see, since we're not using that, it's going to get freaked out. So we want to make sure that that's back to L-mount, because we're using L-mount batteries, or else your battery life's going to be all funky. So once we have our card formatted, our batteries are in, our battery type is specified, we have phantom power turned on. This is our boom mic channel, channel 1. What we're going to want to do is try and record stuff, correct? So it's very simple, intuitive. We have a record button, a stop button, and a play button. So we want to test to make sure the recording is going to work. Let's click the record button. It turns red. So does the name of this take, which in our case is SCO076. As you can see, it turned red here, and the timer is going. So this take has been going for 12 seconds. Now the take's done, right? They call cut. You press the stop button. You want to hear how that sounded. Over here we got the play button. You'll press it and it will turn green, indicating that it is playing back. The take number will also turn green as you're hearing the latest take. When you're done listening, press stop again. So stop to stop recording, stop to stop playing. Very simple stuff. On this side is your headphone jack. Your kit comes with the headphone, right? Standard aux. You just plug that into your headphone jack and you should immediately be hearing sound out of your headphones. All right. This is simply just your third channel, which you may or may not be using. As we said, all the channels are numbered. So right now we have our boom pole in channel 1, but there's also channel 2, given that's the Mix Pre 3. We have 3 channels total, which directly correlate to our 3 faders. Let's say there's already stuff on the card, you're starting a new project. It's going to be a lot easier in post to find this new project by clicking project and starting a new project. Now you can either name that by the date or you can do a custom name on a keypad. But if you're going to be on set for the first time, you should probably always start a new project. You can see we're getting signal here, left and right. Now we're only using our one channel, right? Our first input, which is our boom mic. This guy. So if we want to do anything with that mic, let's say we want to pan something to the right and have our boom be on the left only. What you do is you click the input. So you click this actual button. And as you can see right now, our boom is centered. So if you want to have that pan to the left ear, you do that to the left. Back to the center. One more to the right. If you want to do that, usually if you're just using one mic, you'll just keep that centered. A really important thing to note about the boom is that it's not going to work most of the time, depending on the mic, if this power source is not selected. So as you can see, I just turned, this is called phantom power, also known as 48 volts. I just turned it off, and as you can see, we have no signal, I'm talking into the mic right now, there's no signal. So I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to make sure phantom power is on. It should say 48V, 48 volts. Your low cut is if there's something very bassy, like let's say you're by a truck stop and there's a bunch of truck motors running and you hear a lot of low hum, you can turn on the low cut. I usually turn it off, but it's up to you. Since we're using a shotgun mic, we want our input to be mic. So that's good. If it says mic for your shotgun mic, that's good. That's what you want. If we were, let's say we have a lav mic on channel 2, like our Countryman lav that comes in our kit, we can click 2, and we don't want a lav to be on mic though. We want a lav to be on line. So you click the input and change that to line if you want to use a lav. If you're using a shotgun mic, lav mic, change it to line. All right. Oh, and also, let's go back to input 2. Let's say our lav is here, right? We do not want 48 volts on for a lav mic. Nope. Only for a shotgun mic is phantom power going to be turned on. And just like that, we're ready to record some audio. Let's go.